I don't know the details of the update, but we're going to fly the updated 737-700. And this is ORBX, Boise, KBOI, one of the fields that I'm allowed to control from ground and clearance at this point. So there was a big event last night. It was the San Joaquin FNO event, and they were flying from California to Boise and vice versa. And Salt Lake City, ZLC was fully staffed here at Boise. It was pretty cool. I did a lot of watching and learning from my fellow controllers here in ZLC. The match was more fun to watch for me than any of the other ones. Yeah, I mean, I thought the Tiger Phil one would be interesting, but yeah, this one was a little more enjoyable. I think I prefer them to be a little bit more on the amateur side than the professional side. At least, yeah, I agree with you. This one was more enjoyable. All right, I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a sim brief here. So test 1 2. All right, let's see if we can go to sim brief. So they should get you and me to take on Brady and Rogers next year. I would agree with that. I think that would two unknown people taking on two superstar Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Absolutely, I would totally agree with that. And I think that there's a chance that we might win a hole or two, especially with the way that they were spraying it. Although Rogers, you have to admit, was pretty good. All right, we're going to be American 572. We're departing KBOI. We're going to go down to Reno. This is the Boeing 737-700. Route today looks like it'll be the Boise 3 high vol transition. Or actually, it's not a transition, or is it? Take a quick look here. It might just be a gateway. So if we go to the Boise 3 departure. Yeah, it's just a radar vector. It's not a transition. So, today, let's see what the digital Atis is showing for the real world. Looks like they're 320 to 11, broken 85, 10 statute, 16, temperature, dew point 09, altimeter 2982, ILS 28 right, and visual approaches in use, landing and departing runway 28 left, 28 right. So we'll go 28 right. But the question is, for 28 right, climb to 16,000 or lower assigned altitude on the Boise Vortex radio 278. Expect radar vectors to the assigned route. You guys can't see that because of the camera. Actually, rather. It's better. Parking brake, hello. Boise scenery thoughts. I'm impressed with just what the very little I've seen so far. So, hello, parking brake. All right, so back to sim brief. This looks like a good route. Boise 3 departure, high vol. Rome, my bad 2 arrival. So we'll analyze that. I just realized that I haven't updated my AirAC. So I'm going to have to do that. I'll have to do that after the flight, though, because I don't feel like restarting. I'm one version behind. But fortunately, this route is not going to be affected by that 1-month-old data. Okay, let's generate the flight. Looks like we got a block fuel of 14,716 pounds. And we're going to pre-file this on that sim. So log in. American 572. There's my route. The remarks I do have to put in here, www.twitch.tv/johnfly. And let's file the flight plan. Okay. I think. Good. Coming down here to the cockpit. Oh, such a beautiful cockpit. Let's go up above here and check. Okay, we're already on navs. So, yeah, nav data out of date. I know that. Position initialization. KBOI for the reference airport. I believe we're at gate 17. Yeah. So 17. I never put in the gate, but whatever. And there's KBOI in the pre-fill, so that's good. KRNO. ORBX Boise looks nice so far. Any airport I can fly from beautiful Fly Tampa Vegas is instantly in my shopping cart. Yeah, it's not that far of a flight. That's a good point. Those are two beautiful fields. I wonder if I do flight plan request. What happens? Did I put in my SimBrief ID? I don't think it's in there. No. I wonder if I put in my flight number, if it'll pull it up. I still do have that 2 letters showing up on the screen. No, it's not grabbing from SimBrief. XE5 crew chief, good day. How'd you shoot yesterday? I'm assuming you played yesterday. How's it going? FS actions. Let's do fuel. We're going to set up 15,000 pounds. And as far as payload is concerned, that looks very good there. Doors is open. Ground services, I believe, are on. Yep. No ACARs in the sim in the plane. Can only read PCs on your read files on your PC. That's right. That's right. Got to use the SimBrief downloader and get it in the flight plans folder. Ah, that's right. That is right. You can do that without rebooting the sim, huh? The FMS downloader. That's what it is, right? 79? Oh, awesome. Where you play in the middle, in the south, or the north? Wish I could have joined you. Good morning, Tylenol with Wings. Can you open the Navigraph Nav Day Center program? It looks like PMDG has its own nav data under add-on packages. I don't think I can do that with the sim open, can I? But here's Navigraph Nav Data Center opening. So yeah, PMDG right there. Do you think it'll let me do it without with the sim? Oh, you guys can't see the Navigraph. Yeah, so there's the add-on packages. PMDG 737. I did the install, but I'm not sure if it's. I'm sure it has to be rebooted. I'm assuming, right? I guess we'll just try to install it with the sim being open and see what happens. It's probably not gonna be friendly, is it? Yeah, I don't think it's. Oops. Well, it says it took it. I don't believe it though. All right, let's download the SimBrief downloader. I was wondering if you have the base package uninstalled and the add-on, do you get the frams and still get updated nav data? That's a good question. All right, running SimBrief downloader. This is the thing, I've only used this like. Would you like to run SimBrief downloader every time you log into the computer? Sure. Do the login. Login successfully validated. So again, here next. Multiple directories, exporting files. Okay. That looks pretty simple. All right, latest flight plan. So if I'm assuming I have to go down to the PMDG flight plan. Is that right? Export. Yeah, export. Okay, KBOI, KRNO, RTE. Should I get the wind uplink as well or no? I can play with that later. Okay, so maybe that was handy. So in order to grab that flight plan, then I would probably go into like that. Didn't let me put in the flight number, but you're always paranoid of updating anything while the sim is open. Yeah, it's probably true. Probably a good point. Route uplink ready. Oh. Load. Route uplink loading. This is the first time I've done this. Activate. Sure. All right, so we'll go to the legs page, and sure enough, it's there. That's pretty cool. All right, over to the NIP page. 0 fuel weight in, reserves coming in, cost index of 52. And we're going to be going westbound, so we'll go at 340. I don't know what we filed on that sim, but we should probably check that. So filed 33. That's weird. My flight plan that was filed from Boise to Reno was filed at 330 altitude. That's wrong. I'm going to refile for 340. And 1 limit. It's good. No derate. Takeoff flaps 5. CG of 23.1. Simulating the text message, taking a bit to grab. Yeah, there you go. I think I need to go into the departure and choose the runway. We're going to do the Boise 3 departure. There is no transition. We're going 28. Right. Yeah. Wish PMDG had the data link capability. Pretty surprised they don't. Do you think that's on the roadmap though? I think that's on the plan, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, I need to start my flight events. Yeah, we're gonna go 28 right. Execute this, and then I think we're good to go. V1 126, VR 129, V2 136. My girls have been throwing Scrabble tiles at each other again. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. I'm going to use that one and act like it was my own. That is awesome. All right, fuel's in. Let's do a little mode control panel programming. I don't think there'll be any VATSIM controllers online, but we might as well sign on just in case. So, we're going to connect American 572. And we'll go down here and we'll put in a frequency 122.8, and we'll swap that over. Okay. The SimBrief downloader option for PMDG wind uplink will let you load winds through the FMC, including descent forecast. So the question I have is, again, can I do that right now? Probably, huh? That's the nav data center package. SimBrief downloader. If I come back over here and I grab the PMDG wind uplink, and then I export. Okay, so there you go. Wind uplink. So now the question is, it will auto find the place to load them when added. All right, so do I have to go back here to init, or can I request the winds aloft? Remind me where I might do that. Would that probably be in the... Not quite sure. Legs page. So do like route data, wind requests, winds request. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you, 777 Bob. Thank you very much, PNAV2. I love you all. Cruise wind uplink ready. Load. Cruise wind flight level 340 uplink. Wow. Very cool. All right, let's Well, we don't have a controller. Normally I would dial in 16,000, but since we don't have a controller at present, we'll just take that up to cruise for now. Put our Mach speed up. I'm gonna arm the auto brake at present. All right, yaw damper is on. Fuel pumps. I can't remember. It seems like only one of them is required for APU, but let's go to APU start. And we're going to change our pressurization to 340. And Reno landing altitude. Reno Airport is elevation 4,415. It's very similar to Salt Lake City. A couple 100 feet different. All right, APU is starting. We'll go APU gens. I'm gonna go hydraulic A's off, B's on. Window heat. Man, this thing's gorgeous. Really is gorgeous. APU bleed can come on for the moment. Packs will go to high. No, auto's fine. Yeah. Auto on the packs. Seatbelt signs are armed. Yeah, looking good so far. Squawk 2000 for the moment. Okay, that looks fantastic. The winds and temperature section in the FMC init ref page, I fill in from the SimBrief flight plan. So if we look at the FMC init page, you're saying you fill it in right there? So you go back to the OFP, right? Is that what you're doing? Can't I get that from the Winds Aloft that I just downloaded? All right, I'm going to grab that. So over here on the PDF, we're going down, and you're just going to put in like at the cruise level, right? So I'm just looking here at, there's Rome. So the average wind, is that going to be just right there, 250 at 054? You can take OAT minutes minus 46. Assuming that's correct to take. I should have put in the 26 for the cost index, but 250054. And then down here, you probably picked up the minus 46. Yep. Okay. (250/54) and temperature it was minus 46, right? So I put minus 46 right there, right? Yep. Okay. We're being very thorough today. All right, I think we'll do the pushback now. So here's the debate, right? Is do I use the PMDG pushback or do I use the native or my plugin pushback? I think I'll do my plugin again. But we're just going to do manual. It was the outside air temperature from the top of climb waypoint. Yeah.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
I use PMDG. Some people say no problems with toolbar pushback. Yeah, I had some issues when it was pre-planned, but so lately I've just been doing manual. But it may be fixed. Maybe it's fixed.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed. The parking brakes are set. You may lift. Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for pushback.
Before I do that, I've got to close the doors, etc. Does that close the... There we go, cargo doors closing. How come that's not closing, or is it? Oh. Yeah, that's not working. Check all vehicles are moved away completely before pushing back. Lots of vehicles to move back. I think you have to dismiss the loader from the ground services menu. Maybe after uh-oh. I was on APU gens. I swear that I cycled the APU gens. Okay. Jetway inhibit. Now we'll go doors. Nope, still not doing it. Remove your chocks. Oh, that's a good point. You cycled them before the APU was actually available? Oh, okay, Ricky Pro. A little premature on the... You think, though, that in time that the APU would have settled and the APU... I think it... Because let's say you turn them on prematurely and then, 20 minutes goes by, you're saying that they're not... The APU gens are not in line. And the other thing about it is you'd think... You'd think with the automatic. Oh, you know what? Well, that's just showing voltage. I would have thought that would have kicked in, but maybe not. My yaw damper kicked off. Okay, good to know.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set. Okay, cleared for push start.
Boise Airport looks fantastic. You're flying MYR to CYYZ. I'm flying Boise to Reno. Yeah. It took almost a minute to settle to where it actually works. Okay. Let's release the parking brake. No, it didn't like that, so I have to
release parking brake.
I have to manually release the parking brake.
Please release parking brake.
Oh, did I change the parking brake toggle?
Please release parking brake. Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence. Please release parking brake.
A little bit buggy. Flew into Reno IRL for the first time 2 months ago. Was very impressed with the area. Better than Vegas. Yeah, I like Tahoe for sure. 737 expert can correct me, but if you switch the APU gen when it's not ready to be transferred, your ground power will still be active. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's come up here and we'll go packs to off. Isolation valve. And we'll just start number 2. Okay, we're waiting for the N2 to hit 25, and then we'll add fuel. It was so much cleaner than Vegas. Yeah, that is very true. Hey, how many of you guys are potentially going to Houston next year for Flight Sim Expo? I'm pretty sure I'll be there. And I'm hoping to run into many of you in Houston next year. Yeah, Boise looks fantastic. What a fantastic looking sim. Is there Reno scenery for MSFS? I don't know. Maybe Pack Sim did it? Alright, let's start number 2. Or sorry, number 1. Waiting for N2 to rise. Pack Sim has it, XE? Okay. Adding fuel. That's pretty cool looking. Alright, let's put on engine generators. I think I put both those on, yeah. We'll turn on the probe heat. Engine bleeds are already on. Packs back to auto.
Flashback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding
Thank you.
position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool sim. It's also in Flight Sim TO. Or Pack Sims Reno in FlightSim.to. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna set my flaps. My flaps. I've talked about it before, but it's finally given out on my I really have to press it hard on the Warthog HOTAS system. Alright, taxi light on. APU can go off. APU bleed can go off. And we'll go. Won't go continuous quite yet. Are you online with MSFS? I don't think I am. I think I'm just on VATSIM. But I can check that. Let's see. Oh, what's that under? That's under. Isn't that under the when you're doing the flight to begin with? Yeah, I think it is. Data multiplayer. That's right. Multiplayer is off right now. I could turn it on though, if you want me to. All right, so in Boise, they would say you'd basically, this is still the ramp, so it's an uncontrolled area. You'd probably park right here, and you'd say, Boise ground.
Boise traffic, X23 heavy on the visual, 28 left, better. Boise.
We got a heavy on final. So you'd say Boise ground, American 572, terminal with Bravo. And, you know, simulating the Atis information, Bravo. And then Boise ground would say American 572, runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha. And then you'd repeat back 28 right via Alpha, American 572. And I could go even further. I could say right on Delta, runway 28 right, Delta Alpha. Taxi via Delta Alpha. Hat Trick Co., good morning. Oh, snack. I have no rudder control. How'd that happen? What the snack? Gotta set the parking brake. Okay, so nose wheel steering is not enabled at present. That's gotta be in here as well, right? That's simulation. That's probably not it. Go into settings, hydraulic maintenance, and do hydraulic maintenance. Is that in FS Actions? Ground maintenance? No, it's not maintenance. That's not what we want. Good morning, Pat Dog. Okay, ground maintenance. And then you did hydraulic maintenance? So there's hydraulic fluid. Top choice right there. That's crazy if that worked. Our parking brake is not toggling. Nope, still no nose steer. Oh, you know why? This is why. Haha! Hydraulic pumps A. Haha! That's my bad. It's cool though. Well, this van's not cool. It's cool though that is, you know, properly simulated. There might be some aircraft out there that if you don't have the right button in the right place, it still may let you go do what you want to do. But this one is like, no, we're going to keep this accurate. All right, we do have a heavy on final for 2-8. Left or right. Boise traffic, American 572. Taxiing Alpha to runway 28 right. Boise. My parking brake does not toggle in the PMDG either on my Bravo. I have to do it in the mouse in the cockpit, but it works in the Phoenix. Alright, so it might not be me then. Okay. I can live with 3D cockpit manipulation. We get to see a heavy come in. And the heavy on final for Boise, are you at 28 left or right? Toggle RTO, it kicked off when you lost power. Okay, cool, thank you. Did you update the 7th? I did update. I updated last night. So. Did that heavy land or is he? No, he's too. I think we lost our heavy. Oh no, there he is. Any how's the stream as far as, because I've got it full screen on my here. I'm of course I'm on the 48-inch 4K TV. Any stuttering with my panning around or anything, or is the stream fluid here? There's our heavy coming in for landing. Nice timing. He is landing on the left side. Looks great. Okay, good. Thank you. That does not look like a heavy. That looks like a Frontier Airbus. There's a rainbow over there. Holy snack lips. Have you guys ever seen a rainbow in the sim? That's kind of appropriate because the gates, the signs at the gates are rainbows. Do you think that's an add-on for ORBX? Did ORBX do that, or is that... Oh, is that related to the month of June? Nice touch. The rainbows are default MSFS. I've never seen it before. It's in your sim as well. In fact, the clouds look the same. That's everywhere. That is the weather engine. That's impressive. Cool. All right. Let's go up here and go landing lights on. Taxi light off. Engines to continuous. Strobe and steady. Logo light can come on, sure. Arm the auto throttle. I've seen rainbows, and I've never seen rainbows in the sim, so I guess it just has to be the right forecast. I feel like taking a screen grab. Screenshot 9. Let's go. We should go post that on the Discord. Going to. It's kind of cool. Just need some rabbits. There were rabbits at Bozeman. Iowa Scotsman. Good day, sir. All right. Boise Tower, American 572, holding short 28 right. American 572, Boise Tower, runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Line up and wait, American 572. It's interesting, the 3D models not even working. Oh, so it is requiring my toggle. Oh, there's an aircraft right there. He's on the other side, okay. Boise traffic, American 572, entering 28 right for line up and wait, Boise traffic. American 572, runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, American 572. Hit the secret screw. Rotation.
Positive reading.
Gear up. Flaps 2. Noise canceling headphones on. RTO. Lock the gear. We are clean. American 572 contact Big Sky departure. See ya. Over to Big Sky departure, American 572. Good day. Big Sky departure, American 572, 6,400 climbing Boise 3. American 572, left turn. Left turn 200. When able, direct high vol. Left turn 200 when able, direct high vol. American 572. Overspeed. That's interesting. Okay, flight director's on. Alright, we're going to do a level change. Climb at 250 knots. Should have done that earlier. Auto throttle back on. We'll do a flight level change. 250. And altimeter 2987. For whatever reason, my LNAV and my VNAV are not. There we go. Now we finally got them in. I see everyone with the older style dash with the bigger buttons on upper dash. Is that part of the livery or an option in the FMC? Bigger buttons on the upper dash. You're talking about up here or up here? Like you're talking on the overhead? Just bigger buttons? I don't remember it being any different, but I do know there's some livery specific changes to the inside, but yeah, LNAV, VNAV, there you go. John getting concerned. You are talking to yourself and answering too much. Cajun Cacti, hello.